For more anatomy related videos, please subscribe to my channel, Learn with Dr. Tanya Hashik.
Hello everyone, in this video we will continue the anatomy of the tongue. So today's topic of discussion is the papillae of the tongue and also the muscles of the tongue. So first we will discuss about the papillae. So what are papillae? Papillae, they are projections which are present in the anterior two-thirds of the tongue, and this gives tongue a rough appearance. And in the papillae there are the taste buds. So the four types of papillae that are present in the tongue are the foliate papillae, circumvallate papillae, filiform papillae, and also the fungiform papillae. So these are the four papillae. They are present only in the anterior two-thirds of the tongue. They are not present in the posterior one-third. In the posterior one-third there is the lymphoid follicle that we have already discussed in the previous video. So these are the four kind of papillae that are present in the tongue. So first we will discuss about circumvallate papillae. So they are large papillae compared to other papillae, and they are present just in front of the sulcus terminalis. So this is the sulcus terminalis which divides the tongue into anterior two-thirds and also posterior one-third, and the circumvallate papillae is present just in front of the sulcus terminalis. So they are 10 to 12 in number, and they have a center projection and also a sulcus around it. So the wall of these papillae contains the taste buds. So they are one of the biggest papillae, and they are about 10 to 12 in number, and they are present in front of the sulcus terminalis, and they have a center projection and a sulcus surrounding it, and in the wall of these papillae are the taste buds. So next is the fungiform papillae. Here I have not drawn the fungiform papillae, but they are present near to the tip as well as the margin of the tongue. That is, they are present in the anterior two-thirds of the tongue, mainly in the tip and also in the margin of the tongue, but some of them are also scattered in the dorsum of the tongue. So what is their character? They are smaller compared to the circumvallate papillae, and they have a pedicle and along with a head. So the structure of the fungiform papillae, it has a pedicle along with a head, and they are distinguished from other papillae because they have a bright red color. So that is all about the fungiform papillae. So now we will discuss about the filiform papillae. They are the smallest of the papillae, and they cover the whole dorsum of the tongue, and this papillae give the tongue a velvety texture. So it is the smallest among the whole papillae. And the last one is the foliate papillae. We have already discussed about the foliate papillae in the previous video. So what is foliate papillae? So just in front of the palatoglossal arch there are 4 to 5 vertical folds. So these are the foliate papillae. So they are vertical folds which are present just in front of the palatoglossal arch. So now we will discuss about the muscles of the tongue. So the muscles of the tongue can be grouped into two types. That is the intrinsic muscles, which is helpful in altering the shape of the tongue, and also the extrinsic muscles, which is involved in the movement of the tongue. So these two muscles are present in tongue. So intrinsic muscles, they are of 4 types, and extrinsic muscles, they are also of 4 types. So on either, so when you divide the tongue into right and left half, both half has got 4 intrinsic muscles and 4 extrinsic muscles. So the 4 intrinsic muscles are the superior longitudinal, inferior longitudinal, transverse, and vertical. So from the name itself you can get an idea what the intrinsic muscles are. So superior longitudinal muscle, it is present just in the superior surface of the tongue. So superior longitudinal, it is present near to the mucous membrane, just behind the mucous membrane. Inferior longitudinal, it is seen nearer to the inferior surface of the tongue. Next is the transverse muscle. The transverse muscle, it is a muscle which is horizontal, which extends from the medial septum to the margin of the tongue. So transverse muscle, it extends from the medial septum to the margin of the tongue. Next is the vertical muscle. So vertical muscle, it is nearer to the anterior surface of the tongue. So these are the intrinsic muscles. Next is the extrinsic muscles. So they are the muscles which are involved in the movement of the tongue. So they are classified in 4 types, that is the genioglossus, hyoglossus, styloglossus and palatoglossus. So these muscles attaches the tongue to different structures. So when we have discussed about the attachments of the tongue, we have already discussed about the superior and the inferior attachment. So superiorly, the tongue, it is attached to the soft palate and also the styloid process, and inferiorly the tongue is attached to the hyoid bone and also to the mandible. So the muscles which are involved in this attachment are the genioglossus, the hyoglossus, styloglossus and palatoglossus. So from its name itself you will get an idea which are the muscles. Genioglossus, that is glossus means tongue. Genio means it attaches the mandible and the tongue. So it attaches the mandible and the tongue. Hyoglossus, it attaches the hyoid bone and the tongue. Next is the styloglossus. Styloglossus, it attaches the styloid process to the tongue. Next is the palatoglossus. It attaches the palate, that is the soft palate, to the tongue. So from that it got its name. So now we will discuss the function of each of these muscles. So intrinsic muscles, they are involved in altering the shape of the tongue. That is, it is involved in altering shape of the tongue. So the superior longitudinal, it helps in shortening of the tongue as well as making the dorsum of the tongue concave. So it shortens the tongue as well as it makes the dorsum of the tongue concave. Inferior longitudinal, it shortens the tongue and makes the dorsum convex. Next is the transverse muscle. The transverse muscle, it is involved in the elongation of the tongue as well as making the tongue narrow. And the vertical muscle, it is involved in making the tongue broad as well as flattened. So these are the function of the intrinsic muscle. So now we will discuss about the function of extrinsic muscles. So extrinsic muscle, first is the genioglossus. It helps in the protruding the tongue. Hyoglossus, depressing the tongue. Styloglossus, retracts the tongues, and palatoglossus, it elevates the tongue. So genioglossus, it helps in protruding. Hyoglossus, it helps in depressing. Styloglossus, it helps in retracting. And palatoglossus, it helps in elevating. So palatoglossus, it helps in elevating. So these are the function of the extrinsic muscles. And I have given a short idea regarding the origin and insertion. So origin of the extrinsic muscle, genioglossus, it is from the mandible to the tongue. Hyoglossus, from the hyoid bone to the tongue. Styloglossus, from the styloid process to the tongue. Palatoglossus, from soft palate to the tongue. These I am not going in detail about this. So now we will discuss about the blood supply, nerve supply, etc. So the arterial supply of the tongue, it is from the lingual artery. It is a branch of the external carotid artery. So arterial supply, it is from the lingual artery, which is a branch of external carotid artery, and the root of the tongue, it is also supplied by the tonsillar artery, which is a branch of the facial artery. So these are the main arterial supply. And the venous drainage, we have already discussed about the deep lingual veins. So the venous drainage, it is mainly to the deep lingual veins. Next is the lymphatic drainage. Tip of the tongue, it drains into the submental lymph nodes, and the right and left half of the Anterior 2/3 of the tongue, it drains into the submandibular lymph nodes, and the posterior 1/3 of the tongue, it drains into the deep cervical lymph nodes. So the lymphatic drainage, tip of the tongue, it drains into the submental lymph nodes. The right and left half of the anterior 2/3 of the tongue, it drains into submandibular lymph nodes, and the posterior 1/3, it mainly drains into the deep cervical lymph nodes. So today we discussed about the anatomy of the tongue. That is, today's topic of discussion is the papillae as well as the muscles of the tongue. So the papillae, they are of 4 types: the circumvallate papillae, filiform, foliate, and also the fungiform papillae. And the muscles of the tongue are of 2 sets, that is the intrinsic muscles and the extrinsic muscle. Intrinsic muscle, which is involved in altering the shape of the tongue, and the extrinsic muscle, which is involved in the movement of the tongue. And the intrinsic muscle, they are of 4 types, that is the superior longitudinal, inferior longitudinal, transverse, and the vertical. And the extrinsic muscles are the genioglossus, hyoglossus, styloglossus, and also the palatoglossal. And we discussed about the origin and insertion and also the function of these intrinsic muscles and also the extrinsic muscles. Then we discussed about the blood supplies, that is the arterial supply, the venous drainage, and also the lymphatics. So this is the end of today's video.
This is the end of today's video. For more videos, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon.